Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Maida. For today's video, I'm going to be trying out a few products that I just bought from Kaja. And yeah, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on with me. So if you'd like to hang out with me for a little bit, then I hope that you will keep on watching. Okay, first of all, right off the bat, y'all, there are so many gosh darn sounds. So like, I live in the city, not in the heart of the city, but I live in the city. So there's like sirens, there's people locking their cars multiple times. Chill, girl, chill. I'm also on my period, so like, please bear with me. I'm irritated AF. This is gonna be a spicy video here. Anyway, I'm gonna put on a little bit of Verdant Force Field just to like keep my skin moisturized. I've been trying a couple of new serums because I ran out of my Good Molecules serums. Honestly, so far so good. My skin seems pretty hydrated. It feels softer. I'm also gonna wear SPF because I am gonna go outside. I need to be outside. I need to like get fresh air. I wish that I lived in a more rural, that's such a hard word to pronounce. I wish that I lived in a more rural area where like all I would hear would be sounds of nature instead of sounds of obnoxious cars just driving by. And like, look, it's not even because I'm filming or anything. I mean, if I'm just like hanging out and I hear them, it's annoying, you know? I don't understand how people can safely drive a loud ass car. I couldn't do that with an engine revving just the minute that I step on the gas pedal. I did mention that I was on my period, right? I'm so sorry. I feel like I have this inner rage inside me that is just like, it's a brewing. It's coming out and I don't want it to. I'm not like this. But anyway. Anyway, y'all, last week I had jury duty and I had to perform my civic duty. And, you know, it was all right. It wasn't a criminal case, which I'm so thankful for because I watch true crime content on YouTube all the freaking time. I make the choice to watch it as opposed to being forced to make a decision myself about the case. I remember the first time that I had jury duty. I had to serve for 4 days, I think, three or 4 days, and it was a tough case, man. It was a criminal case, and it just like, it sucked. And to know that I literally never finished that thought. Basically what I was saying was that making a decision on somebody else's freedom weighed heavily on me. That's what I was trying to say. I just kept talking in circles. Sorry about that. I'm putting on a little bit of Becca under eye brightener because I haven't been sleeping well lately. But anyway, yeah, jury duty wasn't that bad, honestly. It got me out of the house, which was great, I guess. If I stayed home, I have to be careful with how I phrase things because I don't want to like put things out in the universe and then like things happen that are not so great, and then all of a sudden I do have to stay home forever because of like a sickness or something. Maybe I should put it this way. I don't mind being home. I like doing things on my own time. I like being able to be myself. And if I'm in a crappy mood, I'm happy to not spread that low vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? The people that were also serving jury duty were fine. There's this woman who she was fine. She was totally nice. It was fine. And she just kept going on about like her son. Like, I get it, you know. I don't know, like you love your kid and he's the light of your life. It's just, I don't know, I guess like how some people just don't realize that they're not giving others the space to also share. That's when I feel like, okay, that's all right. I hope that doesn't come off as like me being a bee, you know? I know like this kid's diet. I know that like who introduced him to sweets, and you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I know that? This is why I need to stay my ass home, dude. So I just put a little bit of the Auric Glow Lust and it is in the shade Pyrite. Love of my life right here. But yeah, other people would try to jump into the conversation or share a little bit about themselves or about what they do, you know, and this woman just kept bringing it back around to her. And the funny thing is, like, just this woman was like going on and on about how my son doesn't eat this, he only eats organic unless he's at grandma's house, and like talking stuff about this kid's grandma, you know, being such an a-hole. But like, look, this woman was like going on about how this kid only eats like perfectly and no sugar. They had a box of Dunkin' Donuts, right, for the jurors, and then toward the end there were quite a few left. This woman's like, my son said, oh mom, can you bring me something from jury duty? And this other woman says, oh, well, just take him some donuts, you know, like just take the rest of the donuts. Didn't you just say that this child doesn't eat this kind of stuff? Like, he only eats organic. And anyway, I don't mean to be like nitpicky, you know, it's not that big a deal. Trust me, I'm not losing sleep over this woman's constant sharing, but it's like it happens so often. I used to work with this girl who, that was literally her entire personality, was to like just share about herself. It wasn't a conversation ever with her. It was always like I'm just gonna bombard you with a bunch of information about myself, and that's it. You know, like, maybe that's why I just don't have friends, man. But like, to me, it's like having a conversation is like, sure, you share a little bit about yourself, that's great, and then you ask the other person. I understand that some people don't like to share, and some people enjoy listening to other people make conversation because it kind of breaks the ice. But again, I feel like there has to be a limit. It's not just you in this room. Yeah, and this girl that I worked with, she had the same handful of stories that she would tell over and over and over again. She never allowed anybody else to jump in the conversation. If they did, if they happened to get a word in, she would bring it back around to her. You know, it's like, that's such a pet peeve of mine. This is the Dior Backstage Concealer. Love this guy. Just gonna put some right there, right here. But yeah, man, that was jury duty. La la la. All in all, in spite of my very strong feelings about that one juror, the overall sentiment about jury duty was very positive. Anyway, oh my gosh, dude, look at this base. Look at this. Dude, I'm glowing. Hello? So very cute. I also attended a couple of family events that include like my extended family. And like, listen, I love my immediate family, my brothers. I get along with my sister-in-laws. Like, I'm lucky, man. They're just like wonderful, wonderful women. My parents, love my parents, of course. It's just my extended family that gets a little weird, man. I'm gonna put on some Urban Decay primer potion, so we're gonna get to the good part. Yeah, so had a couple of family gatherings. The first one was fine. I'm pretty sure it's no secret I like drinking, you know, and like my sister-in-law and I were having fun, and like my family knows how to party, right? We're literally those people that you hear in your neighborhood just like singing at the top of their lungs. And we don't do karaoke per se, but we like all sing in unison. It's a fun time. But I feel like it quickly turns into like I don't want to say it's a chore, but a little bit. Especially for somebody who, like myself, again, I'm introverted. I prefer, you know, to just like hang out at home. I'm a homebody, as I've said many a time. Yeah, then we had another one at my brother's house, and it has nothing to do with my brother. I love him. Always so much fun to hang out with him, and he's one of the funniest people I know. It's just when there's like this pressure, at least, I don't know, within my family, of being on. Do you know what I'm saying? Making sure that you're not, and this might be like a Latino thing, but anyway, it's exhausting to feel like you have to be on all the time to make sure that you're not offending anybody, that your tia isn't like looking at you weird because you're drinking or because you didn't say the right thing. Dude, after that gathering, I was so tired. I totally believe that there is this sort of like energy exchange, you know, whenever you're in a social setting. I just put a little bit of loose powder, Laura Mercier, right on my lid. When you're in a social setting, there is this energy exchange. You know, you're like hugging people. Every single time that I've attended like a social gathering, I'm out for like the following day. I'm so tired. My head usually hurts. And it has nothing to do with like drinking or not drinking. Because, well, I mean, to a certain extent, if I am drinking, of course I'm going to be hungover the next day. But this past family gathering, I didn't drink at all. And I was so tired. I literally slept the entire day the following day. Anyway, let's get into the Kaja Beauty Bento. I took advantage of the recent sale that they had. I forgot how much this was. Maybe I paid full price for this. I think I did actually. I think I did pay full price for this, but I got the other stuff for half off, if I'm not mistaken. They currently have a sale right now, so if you're interested in any of these things, hit them up. I got the Rose Water Beauty Bento, and it looks like these. These are so cute, man. Look at it. They're so cute. So there's this shade. Let me catch. There we go. And then there's this shade. Oh my god. Goodness. And then there's this shade. Oof. These usually retail for $26. I believe they have, as I said, they have a sale for, is it 30% off? I think it's 30% off. So right now it's listed for $18.20 as opposed to $26. I quickly put this on the other day, but I didn't really form any thoughts of it other than like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty and sparkly. According to their website, they are cruelty-free, gluten-free, and considered clean makeup. It says a stacked creamy powder eyeshadow and curated trios of shimmers, mattes, or combinations of matte and shimmer. These bouncy eyeshadows compact and bite-sized stacks of trios, matte and or shimmer pigments that apply effortlessly with your fingertips. Kaja's glitter arrangement technology delivers uniform shimmer in every swipe. Perfect for quick, easy eye looks on the go. Apply with fingers to create your own custom look. Make a statement with a single shade or layer multiple for bold, multi-dimensional color. Yeah, they have so many fun shades, but of course, I would choose this one. I'm gonna add this middle shade right here. I'm gonna pop that on the entire lid. Don't see any fallout, so that's great. Yeah, you get this like really pretty wash of color. I kind of think that I maybe should not have added as much powder after the primer because maybe it does need a little bit of like a stickier surface to really adhere itself to your lid. Yeah, I feel okay, so there's a little bit of fallout now after I applied that second application. Very minimal though, it's not so bad. I'm gonna add a little bit of this purple shade, but I'm gonna do it with a brush because I do want to just apply it out here, the outer corner. This is kind of like a bummer, but do you see that? I tried blending it out with my brush and it just kind of like flicked off the other eyeshadow that I had on there. Well, that's not fun. Now it's going on patchy. Oh no. Maybe, okay. I'm gonna give this a fair shot. So I do have to add that when I applied these eyeshadows the other day, I did apply a very sheer wash. Yeah, now that I am actually paying attention to this, it's not as pigmented as I imagined it would be, or like as creamy as I thought it would be. So I have to apply primer because my lids are super oily if I don't, and I don't want to have creased up eyeshadow. The lid is tacky because of the primer, so hopefully it'll grip onto the eyeshadow a little bit better. So again, I'm going to go in with my fingers since they do say on the website to apply with fingers. And Certainly it does look more pigmented. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. This is so much better. This is great. Okay, let's try this shade once again with a brush. Hopefully it doesn't... You know what? Should I just apply it with my finger? I feel like it happened again. What's happening here? Am I doing something wrong here? Like, I hear everybody talking so positively about these eyeshadows, but these are proving to be a little hard for me to apply the way that I want them to, rather. I'm gonna go in with that middle shade again, try to build it up once more. Okay, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I think it's just my expectation was way different than what these actually are like. But that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so next I'm going to apply that super light shade. I'm gonna add it to the inner corner, of course. This is pretty. Of course, I'm gonna like fine tune the edges and whatnot, but it's not bad. Can I be honest with you though? I'm kind of underwhelmed. So as I'm editing and looking at the eyeshadow, it doesn't look bad. I think what was happening was that the light was reflecting off of the glitters, off of the shimmer, and I couldn't really see the saturation of the color. I only saw light reflecting off of my eyelid, but no true pigment. So I think that's what was going on, because as I said, I'm looking at this now as I'm editing and it doesn't look bad. It actually looks really pretty. So there is a little bit of patchiness, which maybe there's a threshold for how much you can blend, but they don't look bad. It's fine. I'm gonna blend out the edges here. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just being a little too harsh. It is a pretty eye look, honestly. I will add that if you blend too much, they'll disappear. Next up is the Kaja Moon Crystal. This is super pigmented. I have the shade Tiger's Eye, and their website says, Moon Crystal Sparkling Eye Pigment is a weightless jelly eyeshadow enhanced with real crystal powders for a vivid, shimmering finish. Highlighted ingredients: topaz crystal, diamond powder, and sapphire powder. Provides high reflection. Tap onto lids with your fingers and blend out. Wear alone or over your favorite eye primer. Right now, the website lists Tiger's Eye for $13.30, which is a pretty good price, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how much it was for me as well. And actually, let me grab that Danessa Myricks. Okay, so I have the Color Fix Foil from Danessa Myricks. I have the shade Rocket, and okay. All right, so there is a difference. Oh, and in formulation as well. Interesting. Okay, so this is Tiger's Eye. This is Rocket from Danessa Myricks. Tiger's Eye, as you can see, has more of like a taupey brown kind of base to it. Obviously, Rocket is much more on the purple side. So this one feels a lot creamier, a lot softer, honestly. Moisturizing even, and it has kind of like a gold and greenish reflect to it. It's really pretty. And then the Danessa Myricks is a little more on like the thinner side. Almost feels like watery, which is, it's not to say that it's a good thing or a bad thing in comparison, but these are the differences that I find. Oh, both do set, as you can see. There is some lift of the glitter. I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. Maybe there. There is some lift of glitter, even though it feels pretty set on the skin. Danessa Myricks, same thing. It does set, and there is a little glitter lift, if you can see. So this is what I mean right here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to the outer corner just to deepen that up a little bit. I'm gonna use the same fluffy brush that I've been using on the outer corner, and let's see. I'm gonna add it on the lower lash line as well. Surprisingly, this feels a lot easier to blend than the eyeshadows because it's not like disappearing. It's blending, it's doing what I want it to do. If I were to recommend one or the other, I think I would rather recommend the Moon Crystal as opposed to the Bento. But I guess it depends on what it is that you're looking for. You know what I mean? If you're looking for something that is very subtle, very light wash of color, then for sure Bento. But if you're looking to like make an impact with your makeup, then the Moon Crystal would be great. Okay, here is where we are. But do you see how that middle shade is disappearing right there? It's like still present right here, but just there it looks like it's gone. ¿Por qué? Pero why? I'm just adding a little more over top. At this point, I kind of feel like I've added way too much eyeshadow. Am I super happy with how this looks? I can't say that I am. Let's move on. I'm going to go ahead and catch this eye up and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I caught this guy up and then I also added the rest of my makeup. So what I'm wearing is the Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum by Rose Inc. The Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. A little bit of highlight. I have been really digging highlight again. I'm loving some glow. So I added my favorite as of right now. This is the About Face Light Lock Stick in the shade Please Indulge Me. Also added the M Cosmetics Color Drops Serum Blush. This is in the shade Venetian Rose. Feeling the makeup, I do like it. I think it's pretty, it's glowy, it's giving just like this hot and bothered. I definitely feel like I did a much better job on this eye than I did on this eye, but you know, just like pretend. So up next, let's try the lip products. Okay, so I got one of these Love Swipe lip shades and the shade is Swipe Right. It's a lightweight, cushiony lip mousse infused with nourishing properties that delivers a velvety smooth color in every swipe. This buildable and blendable formula goes on smooth, then dries to a velvety soft finish, feeling weightless on your lips. Made with cottonseed oil, raspberry seed oil, and vitamin E to help nourish and hydrate the lips. Formula can be worn on lips as a bold color or a smudged lip effect. I have to say, I am very much in love with this product from Kaja. I know some people have a thing with like small packaging like this. I really don't mind it, truly. So I'm just gonna apply it. It smells like, I don't know, like sour candy. And also, it may look like a liquid lipstick, but it's totally its own thing. I kept reapplying this the day that I wore it, the first time that I wore it, and I loved the way that my lips felt the following day. They felt so soft. It's not settling into any of my lip wrinkles. It looks so soft. It feels soft. It's gorgeous. And I actually don't mind it with this eye look. I think it looks pretty. These retail for $21 usually. I got mine for $14.70, which is, again, because of the sale. Could not recommend these more. These are awesome. Dude, look at... I'm feeling my makeup. The only thing that I'm not loving is like, do you see that? I don't understand why it's doing that. It's like gathering weird. It's kind of peeling off. See, it's doing that here now too. Let's wipe off this lip, even though I don't want to, because I also have the gloss shot. It usually retails for $19. I believe I got mine for $13.30. It is in the shade Milk Tea. It's like a pinky, milky shade, as the name would suggest. It says it's an intensely hydrating, non-sticky lip gloss with a high shine finish. Several highlighted ingredients here: squalane, jojoba seed oil, rosehip fruit oil. All of these are moisturizing, nourishing, great for the lips. Infused with jojoba oil, olive squalane, and rosehip fruit oil, the non-sticky formula quickly softens your lips and delivers up to 24 hours of hydration with a high shine finish. Clinical results. In an instrumental test on 21 subjects, hydration lasted up to 24 hours after one use. Was it this? Because I did apply a little bit of this that day. No, man. What I'm wearing right now is like delicious. It's soft. It had to have been this. Now I won't know because I want to add this just to show you. Okay, so I wiped it off and gonna try it. Cabrón. I'm gonna try it out. The doe foot applicator isn't really a favorite of mine. I really like my lip oil, chunky kind of doe foot applicators. So this is very thick. It smells like vanilla. But yeah, for sure, it's a thickie. And now I'm wondering if it'll do that white ring around the lip. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're talking, get that like disgusting ring around like the inside of your mouth. It looks pretty, but it honestly, the shade is barely there, but it is very soft. Aw, man, as I'm talking right now, I don't know if you can see, but I can see. It's doing that thing on the corner. Oh my gosh, this is gross, dude. Look at, oh my God, this is gross. Trigger warning. Does anybody need a trigger warning for this? Probably. Ew, maybe I applied too much. Ew, I can't even. Dude, I can't even watch myself talk. Dude, that's disgusting. Trigger warning for myself. Ugh, this sucks, dude. What? It is quite nourishing. I mean, my lips do feel softer, but dude, at what cost? Let's just pop this one back on. That's like one of my pet peeves, honestly, is like watching people's like corners of the mouth do that thing. I guess what I can do to work around it is use this just as like a lip treatment. Let me slip into something more appropriate because I'm just wearing my robe. Okay, party people, check it out. This is so cute. So the Beauty Bento, I love the shades. I think they're so pretty. They really went hard on the sparkle. The only thing that I don't love is that it's kind of a tricky formula to blend. You kind of have to keep layering. That's really not my favorite thing because then you get this kind of situation where it creases and then it starts kind of lifting on itself. I don't know. I can't really say that I would necessarily recommend this product from Kaja. I know there's tons of other people though who swear by these and love the formula. Cannot say enough good things about it. Personally though, I don't know, maybe it's the shade, maybe it's like the user. Did I do something wrong? The Moon Crystal. This stuff is great. It's so pretty. Yeah, I like that it's so soft. I like that it's very pigmented. I love that you can definitely blend this out and it's gonna look great. It doesn't go on patchy whatsoever. It's lovely. The Love Swipe. I love this. Not saying that you need any of this, by the way. It goes on smoothly. It looks as though you're wearing like a liquid lipstick. It's just as pigmented as a liquid lipstick, but I personally feel like it's a lot more comfortable. And finally, the Gloss Shot. I'm pretty bummed out. It's got cat hair already. My bad. I really thought that it was gonna be, I don't know, maybe just like thinner consistency so that it doesn't do that at the corners of the mouth. I wanted it to work. I guess that's it for this video. I did post one video last week in Spanish. It was a fun time. Funny thing is like, so Spanish is my first language. But yeah, I definitely was one of those like young kids who was sort of self-conscious speaking in Spanish just because even the kids that were Latinos as well, they didn't really speak Spanish. It wasn't until I got a little older that I felt like I love being able to communicate with people on both ends, you know, whether in English or in Spanish. It's part of my identity, and I do plan on making more content in Spanish. Of course, it's not going to be exclusively in Spanish. It's going to be a little mix. So every now and then you can expect a video in Spanish, and I'm so grateful to those of you who have encouraged it and to those of you who have not unsubscribed because of it. So anyways, thank you to those of you who watched it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to hang out with me in the future, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.